Hello and welcome to the Integrated Media Center. I'm Christy Lear here with your Male Athlete of the Week, David McKinley. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate you taking the time. We haven't met you yet, and you haven't been in the IMC studio, so can you give us a little background about how you decided to come to Geneva and end up playing for the men's soccer team?
Yeah, sure. Well, I chose Geneva definitely for soccer, but also for mechanical engineering. I was attracted to how many options Geneva had for engineering, and I was really attracted to the guys on the team and how they seemed to like each other off the field and on the field. And if it wasn't Geneva, it'd probably just be a community college back at home. So.
Great. Well, we're sure glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the Brotherhood. The men's team takes a lot of pride in having that bond that you mentioned.
Yeah.
How does that impact you as a player or the team?
I think it impacts me as a player and also just as a person off the field. I think having teammates like I do, we're friends on the field and off the field, and I think it's off the field where we grow in love of God and love for each other, and then that translates on the field where the brotherhood, we can talk to each other, make each other better, knowing that we've got each other's back. Got each other's back on the field, losing a mark or something like that, but then also off the field. We've gone through a lot of difficulty, and just knowing that guys have your back off the field with personal things going on, classes and stuff like that. It's definitely reassuring to be with teammates that I feel confident calling them brothers.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about the high training it takes to, obviously you've been selected not just the Geneva Male Athlete of the Week, but also the President's Athletic Conference Athlete of the Week, which is very exciting. It's a huge accomplishment. Congrats.
Well, thanks.
And you scored 2 game-winning goals this week, first against Allegheny in overtime and then against Grove City in the 80th minute. What kind of training does that take to outlast a team into overtime, but then also beat a top-tier team like Grove City?
Yeah. Well, I'd say going into overtime on Wednesday it's really tough on your body, but also mentally. Training for these kind of games is training for the body, but also for the mind, to stay mentally strong, mentally invested in the game. It's probably one of the most difficult things, not to have valleys in your play. The performance dips, and you got to bring it back up as a team. I think our practices definitely revolve around staying mentally strong for 90 minutes. And then in cases like Wednesday, we had to stay strong even longer than 90 minutes into overtime. So practices are definitely intense, and they require as much mental focus as they do physical focus. You can't just give your 100% physically. You also got to be into practice mentally. So it's definitely intense practices, so that prepare us for the games.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us today and explaining all that to us. Definitely gives us some insight. And thank you all for joining us. And this is Dave McKinley, your Athlete of the Week, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks.